Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is Sean and Sean Talk About Shit.
We back.
We are back.
Yes, indeed.
And we back, as Chance the Rapper would say.
Yes.
We're back. We've been gone for a while. Life hit us hard. You know, some stuff happened this year, but, you know, I ain't going to talk too much about it. Just know that life hit us hard.
Yes.
And we love this show. We know that you love this show. And it was imperative that we got back into the swing of things and do a year-end wrap-up type show.
I agree with that, Sean. I mean, I definitely feel like we owe the people some space because we've been gone.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of things that transpired.
Yes.
But, you know, we stayed faithful and we back.
Yep, we stayed faithful. We back. We about to expand on our talent. We about to turn it up.
Another notch.
We about to turn it up.
Another notch.
All right, so let's just jump into this thing.
Okay.
Let's talk about George Santos.
Wow.
You know George Santos, right?
All right. So for the people at the crib that don't know what's going on, please explain to them.
So George Santos is a newly elected senator in New York City for the Republican Party.
Yes.
Just won his seat. And everybody was really happy about it. You know, the Republicans, this guy looks like you want your senators to look. You know, plus he has the last name Santos, which everybody's happy about because people love that, you know, that inclusion, you know, that they want everything to be different.
Indeed.
Flash forward, come to find out,
don't do it.
Mr. Santos lied about a few things. Not in his campaign promises, because they all lie about things in their campaign promises.
Of course.
But this guy lied about things like his college history, his work history, and probably one of the more things that upsets people the most, he lied about his grandparents fleeing the Holocaust.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, this guy, they're finding out all kinds of crazy stuff about this guy. The fact checkers are on you. And that's what you don't want. You don't want the fact checkers to be on you. And if the fact checkers are on you, you don't want it to be something as simple as work history that they find out about.
Yeah. Once they find your work history, though, it's curtain, sir.
Yeah.
It is curtains.
Bro, don't tell me that you managed Regal Theater when you was really just working at Checkers.
So, Buddy decided that he gonna make up a whole story. I mean, is it in the vein of Rachel Dolezal? And what do people gain from making up stories about their life?
I personally don't think Rachel Dolezal did anything wrong. I don't. Do you? Like, honestly, what did she do wrong?
Well, I mean, considering that this lady was working at the NAACP, she was like running the NAACP in Seattle, right, as a white woman,
right?
But she was like sending herself death threats in the mail, which is how her story got found out. People were like, well, why is she getting an abundance of hate mail as the NAACP president, and the last person didn't? Mm-hmm. So then they started checking, and they figure out
the fact checkers.
Again, if you lying about your life, gang, if this is what you're doing, you lying about your life. Remember, the fact checkers don't have nothing to do but be on the internet.
That's all.
They gonna find you.
That's all.
When they find out, though, how do you move forward? George Santos, how you moving forward, sir?
Yeah,
Call me. Let me know.
Yeah, that's it. Well, apparently the Dems want him to move forward by not even checking in when it's time for the season to open up.
Oh.
They want him to resign.
Oh, immediately.
Do you think he should be resigning?
No. I mean, here's the thing. I dig when you do fake stuff and whatever have you. But the reality is, all these folks been doing fake stuff. So to make this guy retire or quit or whatever, however they explain it, just because, I don't know if I'm rocking with that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I get it. And he's young. He's 34 years old. Looks 45, but we all know. But yeah, I don't think that he should. I don't think he should resign.
Okay.
I do think he should maybe get his ass kicked in the next election, but nobody votes for him because let him in this time, see what he could do.
So you want him to see what he could do, then he out of there, and then what happens? If he don't do it, you saying?
Yeah, nobody should vote for him.
Okay.
In the next time around.
Okay.
But the thing is, he has the stigma of being a liar now.
Yes.
He has the stigma of being a liar in a room full of liars.
Is that a politician thing, though?
In a room full of liars. So that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things you lie down in the dirt, you're going to come up dirty.
That's it.
But
so I guess what I'm struggling with is not what does it matter that he lied. Mm-hmm. What does it matter that people found out he lied? Because people lie all the time. Mm-hmm. And then if there's no accountability for the lie, then that person has they kind of predisposed to lying some more because they didn't get caught the first time.
Right.
Now that he didn't got caught, how do you deal with it so you make sure that not only he don't lie, but then other people who would try to come and get the position don't do the same thing?
I don't know. That's a good question because obviously, I don't know why nobody did the due diligence in the first place when he became a serious candidate. Maybe they did. Maybe it was covered up. Mm-hmm. And maybe they just like that look he has and that last name of Santos.
That's it.
And, the Republican Party is heavily criticized for being Anglo-Saxon heavy.
Yes.
And they wanted this person to be in there and they just didn't care. Maybe you're not going to tell me nobody knew that he wasn't lying. They had to know, but they probably didn't look at it as something that would derail him.
Yes. And I think the other thing that people should that I think about is what I know that somebody knew that he was lying, right? But again, do people care?
Right.
That's the key. Did anybody care that he was lying? And then the person who knew that he was lying, did they say, well, if you get found out, these are the things that are gonna happen?
Yeah.
Or did they just hopefully people don't find out?
There does not seem to be a public outcry from the people for him to give up his seat. Only from the Dems, and that's it. That's
crazy.
So I believe that he is going to serve his term, and he better come out firing on all cylinders.
But what does it matter? He lied and still won.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You dig what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
This is America, though, folks.
Yeah.
This is America. This is what we doing in America.
That's true. All right. Well, I think we're going to take a break on Mr. Santos, but we will be revisiting him as he gets into his first term and see how he does. We will be watching you. But make no mistake, sir, we are down on you.
You are down. Sir.
We are down on you, right? So
we back being down on people.
Yeah,
sir.
We back to being down on people or up on people. If you do something good, we up on you.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you what, the people we talk about on this show, we down on all of them. So, just to give you a future scope of what's happening here today. But we'll be right back. Welcome back to Sean and Sean Talk About Shit.
Sean and Sean talking about shit.
This is our year-end wrap-up of 2022.
Some wild stuff happened in 2022.
Wild stuff. Uncle Puddin' is still causing trouble in the Ukraine.
Uncle Puddin'.
He is relentless.
Well, I mean, considering that the entirety of the world, right, is down on you because you're not a member of the UN, right? And you decided to fight a group of people who also is not a member of the UN, so you didn't get in the UN trouble.
Yeah.
But then the people that you was fighting are getting money from the UN and the affiliates of the UN to beat you in the war.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I kind of feel like if you Uncle Puddin', then you feel like you in a dead space anyway. Nobody cares about you for real.
Right. And you're just going to fight harder and make things more difficult for everybody else no matter what.
Let's make it bad for the world.
Yeah.
How do you do that if you Uncle Puddin'?
Yeah.
Well, you got an American WNBA star over there, Brittney Griner, right? And I know everybody was politicizing her arrest because it happened right at the beginning of the time of the war with the Ukraine.
Right.
But understand that Russia already had in place a no THC in the country rule coming through the airport. Kind of like what America got.
I'm tracking.
So she slid into the airport on her way from another country in the European space, and you got caught at the airport. Got locked up in Russia. Well, Uncle Puddin said, hey, how do we make this beneficial for us?
Right.
We could give y'all Paul Whelan back, the guy that we decided was a spy, who was Canadian born, a full U.S. Marine, like kind of war hero guy.
Right.
But if y'all don't want him, we gonna give y'all Brittney Griner. But in exchange for the one guy who is on his best tried to kill everybody on the plane.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, Sean.
Yeah. He's definitely a war daddy that got released. Probably one of the most wanted people on the planet. I know America chased after him for years. And he was released in exchange for Brittney Griner about a month ago. And again, we're just getting to this story because we hadn't been recording, but as you know, it's definitely something we would have been talking about. So basically, in my words, Brittney Griner got released because one of the worst people on the planet, a war daddy, got released because of a vape pen.
Yes.
And now he's back. That night he got released, he was cracking a bottle of champagne with Uncle Puddin in a glorious looking ballroom.
Yes.
I love their fashion over there. Their sense is they top of the line.
Brody, they call this man the Merchant of Death, sir.
Yeah.
That's your nickname.
Yeah.
Then I don't think that's no reverse nickname. They just calling him the Merchant of Death and he don't really kill people.
Right. Yeah.
The Merchant of you just got released for a vape pen, sir.
Yeah. I knew this dude was bad when they were showing the clips when he was they were talking about how he was innocent, this, that, and the other, and he was saying he was innocent and didn't do anything. And then they played a clip of him talking to his mother, and his mother was trying to like prove that he was innocent, and he told his mother to shut up. In the middle of the interview, he told his mother, I was like, this dude is bad.
Yeah, you volatile, sir.
Yeah.
See, my thing is this right here, right? I get that America wanted to make a deal for Brittney Griner. A lot of y'all who was talking about Brittney Griner didn't never watch her play basketball, and that's fine. Hopefully y'all will start watching her hoop now if she decided to keep
I was going to say, do you think she's going to go back? She doesn't have to.
I don't think she's going to go back to play in the WNBA. But, you know, the reality is America has a Canadian guy that they banned from America forever because he bought CBD into an airport. How do you justify as America? How do you say, I'm going to put everything on the line to get a person out of jail who clearly violated the rules in a foreign country, right? That we don't have jurisdiction in, and that's one of the countries that is our most volatile people that we go against.
Right. So what do you think it's going to take to get Paul Whelan out of there?
Nothing. He gonna die in
You think
Russia.
he's going to die in a Russian prison?
There's no precedence. This is the one time when you could have got him out and it would have made sense. The guy that got released is the Merchant of Death. This guy is a arms dealer, right? Like a global arms dealer. You couldn't get this Marine war hero guy out for an arms dealer because you traded for somebody who had a vape pen. He gonna die in jail.
Yeah, and that would be a tremendous failure on the part of all of us, mostly our government. But you know, the way that we as Americans like to arm up and march on Washington and protest here and there, this like we all can do something to get that man out of that prison.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what's the thing that says, like, I understand the idea Brittney Griner is stuck in a Russian prison. And in as much as I've done things in my lifetime that I haven't got caught for and things like that, right? And I understand that, when you do something wrong, you got to face the punishment.
Right.
But it seems to me that her celebrity allowed for her to get out of jail Paul Whelan don't have the same celebrity, but he's an actual person who went to war for the country. How do you not say, and I'm maybe a little biased because I'm a veteran, but how do you not say that this guy's worth us at least adding to, how do you not make a deal to bring him home with Brittney Griner? This is a person who was locked up before her that they was trying to get out. How do you not bring him home?
He's been over there for a long time, right?
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so he's been over there for a long time. And Brittney was in since February, I believe. February, she got locked up or detained. That's when we first found out she was detained, and it started making waves. But yeah, we got to get him home, man. We got to do what we can do. And Brittney Griner, I'm glad she's home. Hopefully, lessons learned. You know, I don't want to see her leaving the country. I don't. Yes. I don't
stay at home, Brittney.
Yeah, because you know everybody's wife got a travel agent friend.
That's it.
And you know they booking up. They better not be booking no trip to Croatia.
Better not have them damn. You should be here. Blue signs around here.
Chill out.
Stay at the crib, gang.
That's it.
Stay home.
Stay home. That's all. I don't want to see nothing.
And if you, I don't know how to phrase this without making it sound bogus, but for all of you feminists who was talking about Brittney Griner, you had never watched her hoop, you ain't never seen her dunk, you ain't never seen her do nothing on the basketball court. If y'all don't start watching WNBA, I'm saying, if y'all don't start watching WNBA because y'all was saying if she was getting paid the proper amount, she wouldn't be over there hooping. I'm saying if y'all don't start increasing the product, the value of that product, there's a bigger issue at play. And then now we really understand why Paul Whelan didn't come home.
And Brittney Griner is a tremendous talent for those of you who haven't been watching. She is one of the ones that, I don't know if you guys remember, or I know you remember, we talked about how to fix the slam dunk contest. And my idea was to let the women who can dunk into the competition with the men. And Brittney Griner would be one of those top people. Tremendous talent.
Been fast since high school.
Unbelievable basketball player. But the thing that I don't want people to get lost on, I'm all for women making the money that the men do. I really think that the wage difference is terrible when it comes to pro sports. And, you know, you see the women's national soccer team finally getting their pay, you know, and getting their due. And hopefully all the other sports can catch up. But I will say this. Brittney Griner wasn't making $31 an hour. Brittney Griner was making more than doctors.
Yes.
More than lawyers.
Yes.
So she wasn't living, she didn't have to go. Her lifestyle probably was what made her have to go overseas to get extra money. But Brittney Griner was making the most money you can make in the WNBA.
That's the thing, right? We got to understand. I get that people talk about the pay disparities, right? But remember, the NBA had to build itself into the product that it is. Up until 1975, the NBA is not making any money, right? They said $5 tickets. Every team is worth less than $1 million. 1975, you get Bird and Magic, and then they created a storyline, which created the opportunity for the masses to get into what the NBA was doing. It's like a big soap opera. So if you don't take the same approach with the WNBA, you don't create a reason for money to be there, you'll never see them get big checks. They will never get big checks. I've been watching the WNBA since before the WNBA. I'm telling you that some of my favorite hoopers, right, was from Pat Summitt teams.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Pat Summitt is, I'm not even finna tell you. But that's how you know I've really been watching women basketball. I'm just saying, if you're gonna get into the product, let's really get into the product. And let's really, if this about they shouldn't go overseas to hoop, again, we gotta make that a viable option for them to stay here. But remember, there are also men who don't make the NBA go overseas and hoop.
Right.
Because they basketball players.
Right.
And that's where the professionalism is happening at the moment.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, and I want to backtrack a little bit. I'm not saying everybody makes what Brittney Griner makes in the NBA and in the WNBA. Some of them don't make that much money.
That's it.
I remember I was working in DC when the WNBA first started, and I remember the Mystics came around, and I was in the Navy as a journalist, and we went to interview a couple of them, get some shout outs, and I talked to a couple of them, rookies. They were only making $35,000 a year. This is back, way back.
Early.
So, but it's increased since then. You know, I don't know what the baseline is for the WNBA right now, but you know, Brittney Griner makes more money than me, and I'm a GS-14.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't no small pickings, little people. People that don't understand that what that mean. You know, and you don't make no chump change yourself.
That's it.
You know, so, and she makes more than both of us put together.
Yes.
So
we not talking about her having to go get some money from another place. We just really talking about, I mean, maybe it's just the love of the game, maybe that had her over there. But that was an irresponsible decision. She just got to, you know what I'm saying? There's some accountability there.
Yeah.
And America can't just step in and be like, oh, that person's a celebrity. Let's go get them out of jail.
She definitely paid the cost, I believe.
I agree.
You know, but going back to Paul, we got to get him out of there.
Let's get Paul Whelan, guys.
Yeah, we got to get him out of there. And people, please listen to what we were saying. Don't get mad. Don't start emailing us. Like, you know, we just giving our side of what we see and basically what are the facts, you know. I am glad that Brittney Griner is home. You know, I don't think anybody should be over there. You know, on Stranger Things, one of the main characters was in a Russian prison for 2 seasons, and he was fighting demogorgons.
Oh, no.
And I don't think that's fair for anybody to have to do. So, you know, I believe that I'm glad that Brittney's home. And hopefully she learned her lesson. Hopefully she checks her bags before she goes anywhere.
Yes.
Again, I made the same mistake. I thought I was cool. I went to the range before I got in the airplane, and I didn't check my backpack, and I had 22 rounds in there. I got pulled to the side. You know, so this was right when I was like, you know, and I was like, man, how could she do that? And then I had to remember I did it myself.
That's it.
You know, and had I been in another country, it would have been an issue.
That's it. That's, you know, for real right there.
So, you know, hopefully she learned a lesson. Hopefully she checks everything, and hopefully she can get over her PTSD.
Facts.
That's something that the mental health side of this is serious.
Yes. We praying for you, Brittney.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, we'll be back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Sean and Sean Talk About Shit. We want to get into this new segment that Sean developed called the Heat Check.
Yes.
Sean, please explain to these folks what the Heat Check is.
So the Heat Check is basically a segment where I'm going to say a name or a product or something, and I'm going to say Heat Check, and then I'm going to say what it is, and then we'll talk about where they are in our view. Okay. Where they are in their career, you know, where this product may be or how it may be doing. And we'll decide if society is ready to
re-embrace.
Okay,
I'm with that.
Yeah, it has to be something that has fallen out. Okay. So here we go. Heat check, Will Smith.
Woo! I don't know if Will Smith is going to make a return.
You know?
I don't know, sir. I mean, as much as I would like for Will Smith to make a return and people understand that, you know, he spazzed out in the moment.
Yes.
The reality is it's going to be all up to him and what he can do to kind of move things forward. Yeah.
For those who don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't know unless you've been under a rock for real. Will Smith came under fire for slapping Chris Rock, the host of the 2022 Oscars show, on live television. Live television, over a joke that Chris Rock said about his wife Jada Pinkett.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop joking about people's wives, fam. You don't know what somebody capable of.
Yeah, it's, you know, so Will put out a movie, Emancipation, on Apple TV.
Yes.
It was a movie that was supposed to have been released several times this year, but Apple must have been kept doing heat checks like we're doing now.
That's it.
And they kept pushing the movie because they found he still wasn't back. And I guess because this is Oscar time, this is the time of year where people get nominated. They released the movie in nomination season. Brendan Fraser is going to win Best Actor.
He
by
definitely
the way,
100%
for The Whale. So don't even try it, the rest of the world.
Shout out to Brittney Fraser for being back too.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll do an Oscar show. But Will Smith, I read the other day that he understood why people didn't want to see the movie Emancipation. He understood that people still weren't used to him. People were still upset with what he did. It's going to be something he'll never outrun or get, and some people will never get over it, you know. And it's going to be one of those things like, you did it. Like, maybe you should just fall back for a good 10, 15 years.
Yes.
Come back, do something with Chris Rock.
Yes.
Because that's the first thing I would have done was giving this man a public apology, and probably, but I would have done it. I would have done it to his face.
Facts.
And probably sat down and talked to him, embraced him
like a fireside.
Yeah, exactly. And I also read that Will Smith was upset that people aren't watching the movie. Does he have that ability to be upset?
Every actor gonna be upset when people not consuming their product. But you got to understand why people are fickle, right? Chris Rock's not a bad dude, right? He made some questionable jokes. You punched him in the mouth, basically.
Yeah.
People have a soft spot for people who get hit, and they didn't.
Oh yeah,
they didn't expect to get hit.
We are a culture of. Our culture is one of heroism, and people love to save other people. They love to embrace a victim. But that's a whole nother show, the hero complex thing. But anyway, we want to wrap things up and say Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for listening to us. Sorry we were away for a while, but life hit hard. I lost my mother, and I just really didn't have the energy to record because she really loved this show. But I come to realize that I got to keep it going because it's something that she would want, and I owe it to her. So we'll be back next week with Sean and Sean Talk About Shit. And we love you. Happy New Year. Keep pushing.